A rash of violence across the state, some cases ending deadly. News4Jax reporter Marilyn Parker is speaking with community members and attorneys about what to do when there are disputes with neighbors.
It was at this house where police say a man put a gun to a woman's head and threatened to kill her because a car backed into his driveway, then pulled right back out. And then you have this situation out of Marion County that actually turned deadly. People in this neighborhood say these neighbor disputes are atrocious. And I spoke with attorneys who say it's because nowadays people value their property over human lives.
Driver, open your window!
People keep pulling guns, like this road rage incident in Palm Coast Monday. It ends with an arrest.
There you go.
Flagler County Sheriff deputies say 50-year-old Brian Stanley pointed this gun at a driver through his passenger window.
There's one in the tube.
The victim told police Stanley tried to run them off the road. He's charged with aggravated assault, also in Palm Coast. Home surveillance from May 27th
out of my driveway
shows 60-year-old Terry Vesh put a gun to a woman's head. He threatens to kill her over a car backing into his driveway.
Oh my gosh.
We showed the video to J.W. Gilmore. He says he's spoken to Vesh before and says he never thought he'd see this from his neighbors.
It's getting to be extreme nowadays anyway.
Vesh was arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Why do you think people are resulting to just pulling guns now?
I think it's a function of the culture in which we live in Florida, where gun possession is kind of encouraged by our government. You only threaten human life when life is at stake or great bodily harm is at stake.
Defense attorney Richard Brown says self-defense probably won't work in the first two cases, but will be a major part in a case out of Marion County.
I wish our shooter would have called us instead of taking actions into her own hands.
58-year-old Susan Lawrence was charged with manslaughter in the death of 35-year-old Ajika Owens. Reports say Lawrence yelled at, swung an umbrella, and threw a pair of skates at Owens' children who were playing outside. A witness told police Owens was banging on Lawrence's front door, telling her to come outside. Then Lawrence shot Owens through the door, saying Owens was trying to break in.
It's all going to come down to, can you shoot somebody through a door if you reasonably believe that you are under a threat of death or great bodily harm?
What are neighbors' legal options if they have a problem with their neighbor?
There are trespass warnings against people going on your property. You can get restraining orders if it rises to that level. You can call police and make reports about things that are happening. But using a weapon or using deadly force against one of your neighbors should be your last resort.
Brown says these three cases could become more common with the state's new gun laws. Because of this, neighbors like Gilmore say
I don't need to walk my dogs in this neighborhood.
They'll be keeping to themselves. In Palm Coast, Marilyn Parker, Channel 4, the local station.